Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of this Q&A series where I answer your questions, all with some random gameplay footage in the background for you to feast your eyes upon. Although because it is my gameplay, probably not that good to feast upon, you might be best switching tab and doing something else and just listen to me, why not? Anyway, I'm going to do this episode, but it is going to be a bit shorter I think because there aren't that many questions left. I just wanted to get this one out of the way because I didn't want to leave these questions unanswered for ages and ages and ages because it's a bit unfair to those who asked. So yeah, it might be a bit short because there's not too many left, but let's just do it. Let's get it out of the way. Here we go. So the first question is from the 00 game. You might be able to tell what the question is going to be about from that. It goes, what's your favourite Bond game? I can have a guess, but I'd like your opinion. So what's my favourite Bond game? I've played quite a few on my channel and live streamed some, and I've just played some, aside from YouTube. But yeah, I mean, if you can have a guess, and you'll probably know, and you're probably right, it is going to be Everything or Nothing. I just think that game's brilliant. I think it's, I Let's Played it, and I really, really enjoyed that Let's Play. I really enjoyed the game. It holds up remarkably well for being a game that's, I think it came out in 2004 or 2003. I think it was 2003. So let's just say 13 years old. It's just, it's got the fun car sections, it's got good shooting, it's got good combat, it's got a little bit of stealth, it's got the Bond time, it's got hand-to-hand combat, you can throw stuff, it's got all the gadgets, it's brilliant. It really is it's probably the perfect Bond game. If they could make a Bond game like that now, just with improved graphics and maybe some slightly better voice acting from, well, I was about to say Daniel Craig, but he's probably even worse than Pierce Brosnan for his voice acting. He just sounds even more bored. But yeah, if we could just get a modern interpretation of Everything or Nothing, different storyline, but same sort of thing, that would be, so good. I'd love it. Much better than that trash that was 007 Legends anyway. Ugh. But I think, aside from Everything or Nothing, I quite liked From Russia with Love. Interesting, Sean Connery, kind of a retake of a past Bond film. It sticks to the film a little bit, but it changes it in other ways. I thought that was quite good. Kind of similar to Everything or Nothing in terms of combat and things and gadgets. I guess I prefer third-person Bond games. I think first-person Bond games just feel like they're trying to be Call of Duty too much. Especially modern ones. Maybe not for the older ones. Obviously, there's GoldenEye on the N64. That was way before Call of Duty, but I think I prefer, because it fits with the films more, because you can see Bond and it just makes more sense to me. Anyway, I think, yeah, definitely Everything or Nothing is my favourite. From Russia with Love, second place. Third place, maybe, what was that one I live streamed? That was quite good. Well, Bloodstone isn't that bad, I suppose. Bloodstone's okay, apart from the ending, where it ends on a cliffhanger. Although, actually, right, I'm getting way off topic now, but this episode's shorter anyway, so who cares? The ending of Bloodstone could now be seen as making sense to a degree, because having had Spectre released, where Blofeld returns and you learn about the overarching presence of Spectre in all the sort of organisations, you could argue that the ending of Bloodstone was to do with Blofeld, and that is who the woman, Joss Stone character was referring to when, she says, "Oh, he's everywhere, he's watching us now." All that stuff. That could be Blofeld. I mean, we are retroactively putting that on the game, which I think is a bit of a stretch. We're giving the game the benefit of the doubt massively there, but it does work. So I suppose, with that in mind, Bloodstone isn't an awful game. The plot is a bit of a mess though, but okay, right, definitely, that's it, done now. Definitely Everything or Nothing, for sure. Give me a new one of those. Okay, so the next question is from Jake. He has two questions. Number one, if you had a chance to collab with any YouTuber, who would it be and why? Now that is an interesting question. Any YouTuber. Could I say PewDiePie and then get all that YouTube money? No, I'm not going to do that. I think it's got to be someone who I think I could get along with quite well. But it's going to be someone, it is going to be someone quite big and popular, because it's going to be someone that I couldn't otherwise collab with in this hypothetical question. So maybe I've always admired Ashens. I've always liked Ashens, and I think, he's a fellow Brit, and I think we get along fairly well. I think that'd make for a good collab. I'd like to just, he does those videos where he reviews 10 things in 10 minutes, and usually he has his friend Dan, I think his name is, does like the giving him the items, throwing the items to him, and yeah, I reckon I could do that. That would be quite cool to do with Ashens. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. Maybe anyone from Mindcrack? Not really, no, I don't think so. I'm going to say Ashens, because he still makes damn good YouTube videos. And Jake's second question is, will you continue your Halo stream? Yes. Yes, I will. There you go. Alright, the next couple questions are from Thomas Hazelden. The first one is it's a would you ever let's play thing. So I did say that, unless I outright say I'm going to do it, I probably won't. But the question is, would you ever do a Call of Duty series? I highly, highly doubt it. The only Call of Duty I'd be remotely interested in playing again, but there's two actually. World at War, because I'd much prefer the World War II setting based Call of Duties. I like history more, and I like World War II, so I like those more. And if it's not that, it would have to be Modern Warfare 2, because that's the only other Call of Duty game that I played a lot, and I actually have any sort of connection to. Because I used to play that quite a lot with my friends on Xbox Live. But I would be terrible. Like, there's no point me ever doing a Call of Duty Let's Play, or just anything, because I'm awful. I'm so bad. It just wouldn't be fun to watch. I just die all the time. Would I like any of the older Call of Duties, like on PS2? Maybe, because they're all World War II ones, aren't they? Maybe I should go back and play some of those, because I never did. I sort of skipped over Call of Duty games, really, to an extent. I was too busy playing Simpsons Hit and Run. Alright, so yeah, my answer is probably not. Probably not. Next question from Thomas is, are you going to set up a table business after the JFS? I assume you mean in real life. And, I know a family friend who actually deals with, wood, like carpentry, and makes chests of drawers and wardrobes and tables and things. Maybe I could, get some of that action and start making some tables. I think I could make some nice tables. And also, I've watched quite a few episodes of things like Bargain Hunt, Flog It, Antiques Roadshow. I know a good table when I sees one. You got to look at the legs, you got to look at the finish, you got to look at the all sorts of stuff. Wood type, the grain, mahogany, oak, whatever. I could make good tables. I make the best tables. Man, I even did the Donald Trump finger, oh man, that's bad. I should not do that. Alright, so yeah, sure. When I'm much older and like an old man in his work shed, I'll make tables. I'll sell tables. I do worry about splinters though. Splinters terrify me. I had a very bad experience with a splinter when I was younger, and now I'm terrified. Alright, next questions, is it? No, I think it's just one. Is from Henry Benson. It says, hey Joe, I know it's been ages, but you said this series was ongoing. It just needed questions, I think. That is absolutely true. So this is more of a suggestion as well. I was wondering if you would ever do a life story video, or videos in the style of Leafy is Here, the YouTuber. Only you can say what the stories are about. I honestly think you're a really cool guy, and I would like to know more about you. Well, thank you very much. That's very nice of you to say, Henry. I don't know what you mean, though. What Leafy is Here? I think I watched... Is he got lots of stuff to do with YouTube drama? All the drama that goes on around YouTube. Is he part of that? Because I do vaguely remember the name from somewhere. A life story video. Let me quickly look up what that is, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've returned. I've watched a little bit of one of his videos. It was about drugs. They all seem to be about drugs. Am I going to tell some stories about me taking drugs? No. I get what you mean though. Like just like generic life stories. Would I ever tell some of those in a video? Well, here's the thing. Like, I don't have that many interesting stories, or if I do, they're all sort of very they'd be full of in-jokes, and they'd be full of things that you guys just wouldn't get, because it would only be things that, you know, my friends would understand because they were there at the time or something. I mean, I did try and do that a few times with, like, say, the FTB series. I'd tell a few stories, like, you know, the terrible things that happened at New Year's, for example, or New Year's Eves, or things like that. But I don't know. It's like I would not think of any of my stories to be interesting enough to make a video of. Like, I could bring them up randomly, but I'd never think, oh, I'm gonna make a video about that time I went to so and so, and oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Because it's just like, A, I don't have many of those, and B, I'd always be second guessing myself, thinking like, does anyone actually care about this? I mean, maybe, obviously you said that you probably might, so maybe some people would, but it's a very tricky thing because, you know, my channel is a Let's Play channel at the end of the day, so it is more about the games. For most people, it's about the games and not about the person. I don't agree with that. I always think it's probably more about the person and not about the games they play. But if I just start making lots of random videos about me more than the games, I don't know whether people will like that. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult balance to get. But I do hear what you're saying. It's tricky. It is tricky. I don't know. I'll think about it. I don't think there'd be sort of their own videos. But if I'm making a Minecraft video and, you know, I'm doing something quite grindy, or, you know, I'm building something. Like, I did try and do that not too long ago when I was telling my trip to Dublin in a JFS video. I could try and do things like that a bit more, but yeah, that's about it, I'd say, in terms of trying to tell more stories. But, you know, thank you for your interest in them. That's very kind of you. Okay, so the last question is a very simple one, and it's from MC Crazy Gaming / Jonas. Huh. Oh, I think I'd much rather call you Jonas than MC Crazy Gaming. So, from Jonas, it is, yeah, nice and easy. What do you use to edit videos? I use the Adobe Premiere Pro software, you know, part of the Creative Cloud suite of programs like Photoshop and Dreamweaver and Illustrator and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so I use Premiere Pro. I used to use Sony Movie Studios 13, Platinum 13 or something, which I still have as a backup, but yeah, it's really good. It's, you know, it's professional stuff. I can do lots of things with it, and it's good for also when I did my uni work, because I used Adobe at university as well. But asking about what do I use to edit videos, I actually came across an old video of mine I made quite a few years ago now. I think it was for my 200th video, and it was like a behind the scenes of how I made an episode back then. It was how I made an episode of Ratchet and Clank. So I showed, you know, me recording on Audacity, and then exporting the audio, and then putting it into Sony Movie Studios, and how I edited and how I rendered. That's all really out of date now. So I think I might make another one of those. If there is interest in how I make a video and sort of the behind the scenes of it, then I think it'll be quite fun to do. It was fun to make before, so maybe it'll be good to make again. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that's of any interest to anyone. But that's going to do it. Like I said, a shorter episode because we're out of questions. I'm completely done. So, for the time being, this series is kind of on hold, I guess, until there is a nice collection of questions built up once again. But, you know, don't feel pressured to ask a question. Just, you know, I'll make another one when the time comes. So if you do want to leave a question, check the description below. It will have a link to a Google form where you can put your name and your question and submit that, and it gets sent straight to me and added to a spreadsheet, and I can then make another video. So yes, until next time, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.